This is the Negro Ninja, and I find it hilarious how women view sex and how they use sex. They only view sex as bad when they are obligated to do it, such as being a good girlfriend or being a good wife. A while back, I read an article that pretty much just says in the Bible that it is a wife's duty to have sex with her husband. And the woman that wrote the article was like, I really have to do that? Like the shit is a chore. You married a nigga, but you acting like it's a chore to fuck him. But when they out there doing some hoe shit, they can't get enough of it until they just done. Sex is only bad when a bitch has no control. We have established this for years. Always looking for reasons not to fuck a dude. Okay, they can tell you that sex just ruins the relationship, and with no sex, things become more spiritual. Okay, and you hear a lot of men complain about sexless marriages to the point where people believe that's just a male problem. It can also be a female problem, but under different circumstances. Okay, and I think the contrast is stupid to me. Okay, if a bitch can't get sex in the marriage, it's because the dude is disfigured, meaning got his legs blown off or his legs is paralyzed, or an accident just made his dick not work. Okay, she ain't getting it because the nigga just not able to. A nigga don't get sex because the bitch just don't want to. I could, but I just don't want to. I'm able to, but I just won't. Okay, and it's just funny how that goes. Okay, so what happens when a whore is tested with no sex, as much as they claim that sex is not as important as people say? Let's listen to this Reddit story that gives you a good understanding of how full of shit hoes are. Okay, and it's also going to show you how spoiled bitches are. Okay, it's going to show you many things. It's even going to add to that point about what I was saying in the previous video. Let me see the name of that video. Hold on. All right, the video is called "A Man is Only Good When He Doesn't Want Sex from a Woman." Okay, now you finna realize what happens when a nigga just can't do it. All right, and once again, one of the girls in that video, the video was the Reddit thread that I was reading in that video was about how can a woman tell when a guy is good or whatever, and it all involved how he doesn't want sex. Is mostly what they were saying. And then one girl had a point talking about if a man sticks by a woman. I'm like, a man is always gonna stick by you hoes. Niggas stick by you trying to get your dumb ass when they should just leave your dumb ass alone in the first 2 weeks. All right, so let's let this story play.
I am 42 and permanently paralyzed, and I don't know if I should allow my wife 42F to have tax with a stranger 24M. I've been paralyzed for 3 years now. I was in a serious car accident during the summer of 2017. The tragic news came afterwards that I had been paralyzed permanently. I was in constant shock the first period, but thanks to my wife and my 2 daughters, I felt much better.
Okay, now let's just take a second to really think about what's going on. He's paralyzed. Okay, if a hoe was just hurt by another nigga, she looked for every excuse not to be with another nigga while she in a relationship. Okay, this nigga is paralyzed and he still didn't even think of leaving this bitch and his dick don't work. Okay, so just stop and think about that.
Sit in a wheelchair and receive help and different types of services around the clock. My
Look at how hard his life is, and he's still the one that has to do all the work, and he still ain't leaving.
wife has taken care of me for these 3 years nonstop. I was suffering from severe depression and drinking problems, but I got through it with her help and she comforted and supported me all the time.
Hoes go through less shit than that, be perfectly healthy, and won't even stick by you like that. Okay.
My wife is my best friend, my other half and the love of my life. She is the most beautiful and attractive woman I have ever met. We are both of Lebanese origin and actually met during high school. We fell in love and got married immediately after graduating. And then we moved to San Diego, California to start a life here together. In the US, she received lots of offers from fashion companies and the beauty industry but declined everything because she studied law. She eventually became a lawyer and has been amazing. Since a young age, we have both been very sexually active and had a really good tax life before my car accident, and have always had a good relationship.
Okay, now she's getting sex regularly. He was getting sex regularly. Okay, and the fact that that even goes on, people even say that even happens more before they're married is proof enough that these hoes is full of shit. Okay, so let's take sex away from them and see what happens.
Since the accident, of course, we haven't been able to have intercourse, and we have talked about it from time to time. She's never given the impression that she's feeling bad because we can no longer have it, but I notice it when I look at her.
No, she not give you that impression because your ass is making money. You ain't tell us what you did, but you know you got money if you married a bitch that's doing law. You think she gonna stick around a nigga that's not sticking with her or somewhat following her with cash? Okay.
She's a much more tired person, often stressed and much more aggressive than usual.
Okay, she is a much more tired person, often stressed and much more aggressive than usual. Okay, she's not getting her supply. Okay, while under normal circumstances, bitches act like they just... Oh, sex? What is that? It's only a 3-letter word. What's so special about it? Them hoes sound more sterile than Makoto Kusanagi from Ghost in the Shell. And what makes that ironic is she sounds sterile, but in the manga, she's a ho-ho. That bitch is all over the place. Read the Ghost in the Shell uncut comic. All over the place. Okay, but anyway.
All this has made me think about what the future will look like. I am a jealous but at the same time realistic man. We are still young, and my wife is a human being as well. I have
That's not how hoes be thinking when they be denying sex from niggas. Oh, he's a human being. He can get over it. Okay, bitch, look at her dog. Oh, he needs a mate. Bitch, I need a mate too. What you talking about?
no feeling and have no desire. On the other hand, she's completely healthy and feels the desire for tax. She has masturbated, used sexual objects, but it's not enough and I can see it clear.
Okay, and this has already dispelled many myths, okay, about hoes and dildos. I told y'all they don't give a fuck about no dildo. Okay, we got what they need. Okay, a dick satisfy her better than any toy ever will. Okay, a sex robot will not satisfy her as much as a dude. Even if his dick is small, it probably still ain't. Because even if his dick is small, he can still give her other stuff, kiss up and all that type of stuff. So she get the emotional support. Okay, but hoes don't like a challenge anyway. So the little small dick, oh, she'll just laugh at it that it don't do nothing to him, boosting her ego. So it's like tons of levels that an actual dude can satisfy a bitch, even if she's not sexually satisfied. Okay, this shit deep. But anyway, look.
I talked to her last week about how she felt, and I asked her to be completely honest with me. She hugged me and cried. After our conversation, I learned that she really needed to have intercourse, that she had tried her best for the past 3 years, but that she had a hard time seeing herself.
Now she understand what a lot of niggas been going through when they was a teenager. But when it's niggas going through it, you just gotta figure it out. You figure it out, nigga. Okay, keep trying. Okay, why this bitch ain't trying?
Remain sexless for the rest of her
Okay.
life. This was sensitive and difficult to handle.
Hold up. He said that she has tried her best for the past 3 years, but she had a hard time seeing herself remain sexless for the rest of her life. Bitches don't mind seeing a nigga sexless for the rest of his life. You see how that goes? Okay, you men are just dogs. That's all y'all think about is sex. Okay, once again, when you take things from people that you don't think they would miss, you see how much they miss the shit. Now, she might not be a bad person because she could have cheated a long time ago, to be honest with you, but I'm just using this to talk my shit about just generalizing bitches that's retarded. Because it's still a species issue, a gender issue. Them bitches are stupid.
So we asked our female neighbor of 12 years for help and recommendations. The only alternative was that my wife would have to meet a man with whom she would only have a sexual relationship. And
do you see how easy this bitch is getting the answers? Okay, like I said, as a dude, just trying to figure out which way to go to get some decent chicks, you got to figure it out yourself. People probably tell you, but it's never good advice. It's always dumber shit or shit that just don't benefit you in general. Then when you figure it out, you can't tell nobody because they're going to try to look for ways to fuck it up for you. But she just get it. You know what? We're going to get you a nigger. Okay? Don't nobody... And then look at the type of nigga she get put with. That's what make this shit crazy.
that was exactly what our neighbor suggested. The neighbor suggested looking for a person on dating sites and similar platforms, but I refused. I didn't want my wife to meet someone who lived outside the city, and I wanted her to only meet one person and not more. The neighbor finally suggested her former colleague's son. He's just 24. Typical all-American guy.
24. She getting a young nigga. Okay, a nigga that's in his prime, that's a soldier.
The soldier who recently returned from tours in Iraq. My wife and I got to see pictures of him. My wife blushed and was emotional.
I'm telling you, when it comes to sex, hoes get everything. They just spoil. 100% spoil. A nigga would never have luck that easy. If this shoe was on the other foot, okay, unless he got some real good friends or something like that, you know, in a nice neighborhood and it's around successful people and all that type of stuff, that wouldn't happen. They'll be trying to put him with some fat bitches, some sloppy bitches. Okay. Only time that they'll be discussing some high quality women as if money's involved. Here, you can buy her. She costs this much. Her titties is this big, but she's gonna go for more because this is shaved. Okay, she's tighter, so there's gonna be money involved, like buying a car.
Neighbor said she could arrange everything. Talk to the guy and his mother and arrange a meeting between him, my wife, and me to discuss rules and.
Talk to the guy and his mother to arrange. And what type of I mean, I don't know, man. That shit just weird. Talk to the guy and his mother. What the hell his mama got to do with it? Okay, so that don't even make this dude look right. It make him look like a loser. I got to talk to your mom to see if I can get you some pussy, okay? 24 years old. That shit is worded that different. That's just how I'm registering this shit stupid.
Boundaries. My wife hugged me and said the decision is mine. I never thought we would end up in such a situation, but I know she needs it. After all, I am still unsure if I should go ahead with this. What should I do with this situation?
Okay, once again, if it was the shoe on the other foot, she wouldn't give a fuck about your dry dick. Fuck your dry dick, nigga. Okay, the marriage is about love. Okay, it's spiritual. While the husband is actively trying to get his wife dick. Okay, now they're in a strange situation, you know, very strange. He's paralyzed, you know. I'm not finna just, that's they shit. But I'm just saying that how in a normal relationship, the woman would never have that much concern of a dude if he not getting no sex from her. He feel bad that he can't give her sex and he really want to do it. Okay, so all that, oh, a dude, you can tell a dude is good if he sticks by you. Many niggas stick by a bitch. Even niggas that ain't shit stick by a bitch. Okay, because it benefits them to stick by a bitch. First of all, you just a dude and you naturally just have love, okay? And one of the reasons why people even simp is just due to, I just want to express how I feel about her, okay? Because you need to, and some niggas just simp. Okay, and in that sense, maybe it's not that bad. I just need to tell you, otherwise it's gonna eat me up. I'm burning with passion. You're pure, you're beautiful. Okay, I don't think that's too bad as long as you're not doing nothing that's jeopardizing your character or your morals, like every other simp does. Okay, and I'm just saying simp for lack of a better word right there, but y'all get what I'm talking about. Okay, I should have used two different, like the simp definition would be the one that somebody doing something dumb, you know, jeopardizing his morals and character and stuff. It's supposed to be another word. I'm gonna look it up. Hold up. I can't find the word. So I should have said being expressive and just talking to her, despite the fact that she full of shit and you expressing your love. Okay, that's what I should have said at first. But whatever. Let's continue. Okay. Now once again, it's like I was saying in previous videos. A chick can't even look at a dude. Oh, look at him. He is such a good man. Look at him. Nice individual. Oh my God, I can't believe he's single. He should be married. Oh my gosh. And they'll just gather around. Look at that nice specimen. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I wish my husband was like this nigga. Okay, but they're not going to do anything half the time. They'll just be right there watching them waste away. He's just going to, oh, he's getting older. Oh, that's so sad. He's such a good person. Okay, they wouldn't give a fuck. You got to figure that shit out yourself. He didn't look. He could have look. This is what the husband could have done if he was like a woman. You know what? That's a fucked up situation. I know what you need. Okay, just do what you got to do. I'm just gonna turn my back and I ain't see shit. He actively made an effort, put more effort than she is putting into it, and the bitch ain't even paralyzed. Okay, and now it's kind of funny because at this at this pedicure place I used to go to, the dude that ran the shop was a paralegic. Okay, fast talking Asian nigga, probably from he he had names like sound like black names like Juan, Tuan, Swan, stuff like that. So I forgot where he from, but probably was Vietnamese. And he had a wife. That bitch was stacked. That bitch looked like one of them hoes in a PAWG video with the ass like Francesca James booty. That bitch was stacked. Okay. And she was overly flirty and sexual. I'm like, whatever. The nigga paralyzed, bending over in front of me and shit. I'm like, look, if I'm look, I just couldn't help but look though. But you could tell that she needed dick. But I slick think she was getting it. Okay, I believe she was doing it because women are selfish. Okay, even in this story, I can guarantee you that if she did not get permission the next year, she would have just been doing it herself and just pretending, you know. But that's just my theory. Okay, I'm just talking my shit through this Reddit video. Actually, who am I kidding? She's a woman. Okay, the women don't. When a woman needs something, she's gonna get it. She's not just gonna not do it. The only women I believe that can do some shit like that is women that has never had sex and they married to a king. Okay, and they know that the only person that can touch them is the king, and he just simply never do it, and they just never do it. That's the only type I can believe to do that will not ever do that though. All right, but it's just crazy the dynamics that men and women go through. If a woman ain't getting sex, people gonna bring sex to her, like they bring money to her. Okay, ain't nobody bring a nigga shit unless it's some disgusting shit. And that's all I got to say for this rant. And this has been the Negro Ninja, bringing you your Negro message for today. Negro out.